Start the meeting. Our first order of business today is the approval of the minutes from our last meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. Minutes are approved. Our next item is Rose Society, Rose Day, and we're going to have an update, I believe, from Sandy Campuzano.
Yes. Sandy, all yours.
Thank you very much. Well, it's lovely to see you all again.
Yes, good to see you.
I'd like to introduce Judy Penner, our Rosarian, and also Martha Lawley. And today is an invitation day to invite you to our celebration in Luce Park on Sunday, May 31st at 3 o'clock. We're hoping that the mayor will grace us with his presence. And we are celebrating, of course, our 14-year, $2 million project completion. We will have the Kansas City Youth Ballet there to dance. This starts at 3 in the afternoon. And we will have St. Andrew's Drum and Pipe Corps also as part of the entertainment. There will be the presentation of the trophies from the Rose Show in the building. We hope to have 300 to 400 roses grown in Kansas City Gardens to compete for prizes. And we'd love to see you there.
Very good.
I don't think I've seen you there too often, so we'd love for you to come. I know you have busy schedules, but we'd really like for you to be there. I also would like to mention that on June the 5th, we have a party to honor the donors to this program. This is 120 donors who actively participated for years and years to make this possible. It's on June the Thursday. It's from 5 to 7, and we will serve refreshments and have beautiful violin music, and you're all invited. And right now, we don't have too many of these blooming, but in about the time for the party, we will have about 3,000 roses blooming in the garden. And finally, I'd like to mention to you that very recently in Sunday's paper, you may have seen this ad that talks about how to love your mom better, and it's to advertise and high profile the Rose Garden as a place where you can have a rose planted for in friendship or in memory. And as of this morning, we had sold 100 rose bushes for replacements in the garden. So we're looking forward to seeing you all. And again, my final word is, do you know, I think you all know, I looked at the photographs out here. We have been here through 5 boards, like yourself. That's how long it has taken. And 2 directors, actually. And I wanted to tell you that this simply could not have happened without all of your wonderful cooperation, your loving care of what we do, and we thank you so much. Hope to see you on the 31st.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the invitation and best of luck at the event. So.
Great.
And I don't think the thanks go to us. I think the thanks go to you and your people.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
That's
Thank you
what
very
we.
much.
That's what we do.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Is this banner going to be over at the
It's
garden?
going to be. We have 2 of them actually.
They'll be at the
And
park
then we have.
Okay.
And we also have 4 corner signs that are going on
Excellent.
each of
Okay.
the intersections. We spend a lot of money on signage because we want people to come.
Yes.
So, but Martha and Judy don't have to hold it every day. They
Actually, they're doing such a good job.
can
Maybe
like put
this
on the
could be
fence.
permanent, do you suppose? I don't know. Well, thank you again. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you very much. All right. You were going to say something.
Yeah, can we put, Mark, can we put that up on our website?
Sure.
I think
Our
we ought to do
Facebook
that.
page as well.
Facebook page.
Twitter
Yeah.
account. Well,
Okay.
advertising. Great. All right, resolution number 30430.
Yes, Commissioners, this is consideration agreement with AEG for a block party down on Grand Boulevard on the 6th day of June. You have a memo in your packet from Shannon Dooley that outlines the connectivity of this event and the Jimmy Buffett concert. And Shannon is here to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Mr. McHenry. Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Afternoon.
Margaret's here with the Sprint Center. If you have any questions, this is a one-day event. block party before the Jimmy Buffett concert. We're talking beer and sand volleyball. Margaret's here. You want to give a little brief?
Sure. Here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
This would actually be the third block party we've done. I believe we did one in 2010, one in 2012. And we hope to involve our partners at Farmland Industries. They've got some sampling of some sliders they'd like to do, as well as some bacon Bloody Marys. Sounds pretty good to me. And then it also gives people an opportunity just to come down and get some of the experience, even if they're not going to the concert, which, will be a sold-out show. Jimmy Buffett fans are very passionate, so we expect a festive atmosphere in the neighborhood, so.
Fantastic. Great. Any other questions? Comments? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. Resolution passes. Thank you very much. Best of luck on your event.
Yes.
Thanks, Margaret.
Resolution number 30431.
Yes, Commissioners, another item that Shannon is handling today is an event called, is it Vokerfest?
Pokerfest.
Okay, which is happening scheduled to happen on June 27th. Tell us a bit about it. And I think
Saturday.
you may have another guest.
Yes,
right?
I have another guest.
Okay.
Melissa's here, coordinator of the event. This is a first-time event, hopes to become annual, on a Saturday, June 27th in Roanoke Park.
All right, great.
Basically, I've had this idea for a while now. I wanted to introduce our neighbors and all of Kansas City to our slice of Midtown, pretty much. And I really hope to do that with welcoming them to Roanoke Park. I'm hoping for a music feel. It's all Midtown musicians and artists kind of surrounding that, where they're able to sell their art. People coming, bringing blankets, coming for the day. It would be from 3 to 9 p.m. I'm hoping to use the Westport, or the community center as a cooling station, with events inside, even opening up to ceramics and different things like that. Just a family-friendly event, and hoping it would be annual and that we could partner with all of you.
Great. It's exciting. So it's first year.
First year.
Excellent. That's good. That's great. Great neighborhood, Volker is.
Love it.
Any questions? Comments? Thanks so much for doing this. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Should be great.
It's
Thank
going to
you.
be great.
It's good to see you.
Is there a motion to accept the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Next one, resolution number 30432 regarding the downtown CID.
Yes, Commissioners, this is cooperative agreement with the downtown CID, and Forrest is handling this, and I see Sean and Mark over there in the audience, so I'm sure they'll have something to say as well. And we're going to provide some funding they do a great job, and this money will help them do a better job.
Yeah, absolutely. This is for a one-year cooperative agreement to provide for beautification efforts and maintenance of some planting areas in the downtown area. A lot of the tree wells, things like that in front of businesses that currently don't have anything in them to speak of. Well, Sean, come up and say a few words about
Please.
the partnership.
Sorry, my leg went to sleep. Shauna Byrne with the Downtown Council. We're just extremely pleased about this partnership. I was thinking, as I was sitting over there, it was just well, gosh, it was more like 10 years ago. We worked together on rebuilding the historic Palisades over in Case Park, and they look gorgeous. You guys did a phenomenal job. We worked together on raising funds. And then just last week, there was a ribbon cutting to break ground, I guess groundbreaking, for 300 units of apartment, over $50 million worth of investment that chose that site. And as we were breaking ground, looking at that vista, the Palisades have got to be one of the reasons why they chose that location, and how the entire neighborhood is coming back to life because of the reinvestment that you guys have made, and working together has been wonderful. This project's going to be a lot of fun, because not only are we going to take the basic revenue that we're getting from you and from the city, but we're also going to leverage that with the Building Owners and Managers Association and other organizations downtown to create almost an adopted tree well program, if you will. They do this a lot in Atlanta. They do it in Chicago. And You've seen them as you walk Michigan Avenue. Really spectacular things. We can provide the base, we can provide basic plant structure, and then watch how these guys really take it to the next level. And at the end, if we can structure with perhaps a wine walk and get the tenants involved and the residents involved, it's taken what is right now kind of a bland little environment and turning it into a wonderful environment where all of the residents and everyone can be involved. So Mark Rowlands, our executive director, director, I'm the executive director. Dan gave him a job away, didn't I? Is going to be running it along with our ambassadors. And we're just here today to say thank you very much. And I brought a copy of the revised contract, which I will give to Forrest, and we look forward to implementing it.
Great. Quick question, if you don't mind. Could you, about how many are we talking about plantings or in terms of wells?
Do you guys know?
Yeah.
And where, yeah.
We haven't, I don't think we've come up with a number yet. It just kind of
That's
depends
okay.
on the businesses as well.
Yeah, no, I think that, I mean, the initial focus is going to be on 12th Street.
If you don't mind coming up here, because we had to, we can get on the record, so.
The initial focus is going to be on 12th Street on those black metal edged planters, trying to get those back up to something that looks good, more than just bare dirt, so, and then we'll go from there. I think it's, I mean, Forrest and I have already agreed that we're going to have a lunch meeting and try to figure out what's the best way of doing this, but I think that, you know, with 12th Street, it's going to keep us busy for a little while.
Okay.
Trying to manage that, and then,
Great.
yeah.
We look forward again to kind of update kind of where you
Yeah.
stand on this, because I think it's a great project. I love the idea about leveraging these
Right.
other businesses downtown and getting them to do those adopt trees. That does work fantastic along, you know, in Chicago
Yeah.
and along the Michigan Avenue, so.
Do some kind of update at the end of the summer.
That'd be great if you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's
Absolutely.
interested and excited
And
about it.
at that one, perhaps we could do a PowerPoint of some sort, or give you some handouts that show you some befores and afters.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I've got all the befores.
Yeah.
They're no good.
And you've already done some of this improvement in the city market area.
Yes, yeah.
And that looks phenomenal. I was down there this Saturday, and I hadn't noticed it before, but that looks so much better now that.
With those tree enclosures.
Tree
yeah.
enclosures, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if that's indicative of what you're
That's-
doing,
Very much so.
great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank
all.
you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Resolution passes.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Resolution number 30433.
Yes, Commissioners, this is a consideration of an amendment, amendment number 1 with KC Organics Natural Market. So we've had an ongoing relationship dating back a couple of years, and this is, of course, out at Minor Park. Forrest has a memo in your packet, and he's here to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions?
Yeah, this agreement actually goes back 10 years total, so we've been working with them for a while.
Are there any questions?
That's good.
Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. Resolution passes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I will
sir.
say another thank you for approving that Jimmy Buffett street party. My wife and I are going to have a really good time.
And the,
Our pleasure.
the board invited to the suites you're going to have at the concert?
I'm not going to have a suite, unfortunately.
Yeah, we should have put in word for that, see, how do we get in there?
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Let you know.
Okay.
All right, so with that, resolution number 30434 regarding
Yes.
Kansas City Museum General Rules of Policy.
Commissioners, this is a recommendation for general policies and usage guidelines for private events that occur over at Kansas City Museum, Corinthian Hall. We have a memo in your packet from Anna Marie, and I believe we had shared this document in draft form
Yes.
a couple weeks ago, and changes have been made accordingly. And Anna Marie is here if you have any questions.
Any questions of Anna Marie?
Talked about this.
I'd like to commend staff for taking the time to really respond to the request made by the gentleman who came here. And I think this was a great compromise on our part and did a really good job of bringing forth the least, for what we have.
Right.
Given the current condition of the site, given the current condition of the building itself, I thought this was a good compromise. So with that, thank you, staff, and for putting that together.
And a good way to expose people, even in
Go ahead, Anna Marie.
Yeah,
Why don't you, while you're here, if you're going to bring it, talk a little bit about what's happening at
Afternoon.
Corinthian Hall today, too.
Oh, sure. So thank you so much for approving that. We really appreciate it. And thank you to Chris, who is here.
Yeah.
Thank you for inspiring us to find a way to have rentals at the museum while it's essentially under renovation. We resume regular weekly hours at the museum this Thursday, which we're really excited about. So we'll be offering exhibition tours. We have a new exhibition called Divining the Museum, Visions of Past, Present, and Future. So we've brought some original artifacts back into the museum, and we've paired those with contemporary artworks that were created specifically to have a dialogue with those artifacts. We have our first summer concert this Friday out on the front lawn for the first time of Corinthian Hall. It's Victor and Penny. They're fantastic.
Yeah, they're great.
So
I've seen them.
please come. And lots of other good programs and exhibitions and events now through the end of the year.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so thank you.
I saw the picture of the carriage on the website. That is phenomenal.
Yes.
The condition it's in is unbelievable.
Yes, it's beautiful. Oh, and today is Founders Day. So May 5th, 1940, we opened our doors as a public museum. So if you go on our Facebook page, there are 2 really great historical photographs of the opening day at the museum.
All right, very good.
So thank you.
I would truly say you guys have done such an amazing, you're a great asset to the Parks and Recreation Department.
Thank you.
But also the neighborhood. You are truly bringing life back. I mean, not that it was already not started, but
Yeah.
all the activity, all the improvements, even things such as making it available for rentals, for people to utilize it, is only bringing more attention in a positive way to the area. So thanks for all the work you guys have done in that respect.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Great. All right. And with that, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
All right. Well, that's the way to,
Second.
that's the way to make a motion.
To make a motion.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. Resolution passes. Resolution number 30435.
Yes, Commissioners, another exciting item is a change order. Travis.
I think we're good. Any questions of Travis on this
Can
one?
you make that? Yeah.
I think we're pretty much have seen these. We know, we're pretty familiar. If there's no questions, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
All right, so is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. Resolution passes. Resolution number 30436, approval of gifts and contributions. Any questions regarding those? Mark, you want to point anything out in the gifts?
Well, you know, there's $35,000 in North Kansas City. That's for the Cartha Children's Fountain, and that was through the good work of Anita Gorman, and went to their council and got some money. And with that, that was added to the money that was raised by the City of Fountains Foundation and their Wish Upon a Fountain campaign.
That's great.
They have achieved their goal.
Fantastic.
So they
Well, did some
actually have
great
raised
work.
all their money for that fountain through their efforts. And Heidi, you might mention the event when you come up and make your report. It's going to kind of help celebrate that.
Okay.
And then the rest of it's for the enshriners.
Okay. With that, is there a motion to accept the gifts and contributions?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. The director's report.
Yes, Travis.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon, sir.
Find a document in front of you on the Hibbs Park shelter. This is a relatively small project located not too far from the office here. In fact, I think you had a lot of testimony over the past, I think Ms. Kennedy said about 7 years. She's been working on PIAC requests and so forth and was successful in obtaining those funds last year. And Scott Overbay did the design for the little park and shelter down there, and the playground was put in. Now they're working on the shelter. Should be wrapped up about the first week of August. So you can see on the back there the shelter structure itself, and due to the rains, we got quite a bit of sediment over the sidewalk. That's the ADA accessible sidewalk that sits up the hill that overlooks that shelter and playground down below. And that large pad area will have 2 memorial benches on it.
Didn't we get the little square up here, that house that was there? Didn't we buy
In this
that?
area,
Yeah.
we had another piece that was adjacent to this. I don't know, I'd have to look at the city map here to see if we got all the way to Spruce, but we did pick up properties right down here on the south side.
The answer
of
is
this.
yeah, I think so.
The entire corner? Yeah.
Yeah, we closed that off.
We've also picked
This
up
is yet to be
the
reflected.
next 2 properties to the south.
There's a piece right down here, too.
Oh, is that what it's from? Okay.
I mean, that's probably what it is, just, maybe,
Yeah.
Any questions?
These look nice.
This is great. Any questions?
It's good.
Thank you, Travis.
That's good.
Yeah,
Probably
appreciate it.
should.
I think we ought to do
Mrs.
that for her.
Kennedy.
I think we ought to do that for
Yeah, I
Mrs.
heard
Kennedy,
that.
absolutely.
Okay, we'll do it. Report on marketing, Heidi, please.
Good afternoon. We are winding down on our rebranding campaign for the community centers. Kicked off on the 11th of April with Discover Day, and have had some social media, and so we have some bus ads out there. There is a billboard out there promoting the discounted passes that we have going through May 11th, where you can save $150 on our all-access pass. So far to date, we've had 475 new people sign up for passes or programs since that, since the 11th of April. So that's good, and they've exceeded their stretch goal even, so that's super exciting. And hopefully it will just keep up. We had some Arbor Day events last month, one that was really rainy at Loose Park, but still well attended. I think we may have met since then. It's all a blur. And then we had a really nice tree planting, edible tree planting in, is that Harmony Park? Yes. In Harmony Park, which was a lot of fun and got a lot of media attention as well in conjunction with Arbor Day and the Giving Grove. So this week, or yesterday, we had our ribbon cutting at Hidden Valley Park, and that was quite nice. Of course, it was raining again, but we had a great shelter to protect us, and it was a very nice event. Thank you, Commissioner Mecklenburg, for coming out and representing two entities, us and the regional Northland Regional Chamber of Commerce. And then this weekend, as we've got quite a few events, as Anne Marie talked about, we have the museum concert series that begins this Friday night. Then on Saturday, we have two big events: National Train Day at the Kansas City Northern Railroad, Miniature Railroad up in Frank Vedic Park. This is the third year that we've done that. So have several thousand people come out for that event. And then, of course, we're doing our inaugural Dig Day, which is a partnership with the Boy Scouts, Heart of America Boy Scouts Association, where they will be all over the city planting flower beds. The kickoff is at the Eagle Scout Memorial Fountain at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, if you want to show up for that. And if you want to go out and dig or plant, I'm sure Forrest can assign you a location. They still looking for some? Yep. Okay. The one that we're kind of guiding all the media to is going to be at Penguin Park, so sometime between 10 o'clock and noon that morning. They'll hopefully get some media out there watching people dig in the dirt and plant some pretty flowers in time for Mother's Day to beautify our city for that. And then we go right into the Penn Valley Plein Air Art Fest, which is our kind of kickoff plein air event for the season. We have 4 of them this year, the outdoor painting events, so I'm excited to get this going at Penn Valley Park. And then a new addition to this festival that they've added is a free concert in the park, and that is going to be on Friday evening at 7 o'clock, and they're calling it Sunset in the Park. So then we have Cycle of the City, which is coming about, well, I put a flyer out there for you, which explains all the activities that will be going on, the actual street closures that will be happening. They've really been minimized. The setup and the tear down of the event is going to be as little impact as possible on the closure of Ward Parkway. So we've worked hand in hand with the neighborhoods there, have really met all of their requests and got some really wonderful input from them, which is going to be better off for all of the events that we do in and around that area.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we have the Employee Awards Breakfast on the 20th, just across the street. And I gave you a little kind of placeholder there for the big picnic, which we've been working, and we're going to do again with the Nelson Atkins Museum. It was really successful last year and wanted to definitely repeat it. It's going to be even bigger and better. That's just kind of our placeholder, save the date. We are working with the Kansas City Art Institute students, and they're developing the promotional materials and the look and the feel for the event. We met yesterday and reviewed the submissions of that, and they have some really cool creative stuff. Those young artists are pretty impressive, so we're going to have some neat things that kind of tie in their Four Seasons exhibit. If you have seen those giant sculpture heads that are in the park now, we're kind of focusing on that this year for the big picnic.
Cool.
And then just kind of as a side note, our race coordinator kind of blew the lid off of a race that wasn't going to be happening. Oh, this weekend. All over the country they had these races scheduled, and people had signed up for them, and it wasn't happening. anywhere. So we kind of got a tip from a local citizen who had signed up and called because she hadn't heard anything, and we followed up on it. And Jenny ended up being on television in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, because, she called about the same race that was supposed to take place on the same day, and it wasn't happening. And so it was just kind of an interesting thing to watch come to fruition. And the race didn't happen.
Yeah, no, she saw that.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate that some of our residents and residents in other places around the city our country had signed up for this race that wasn't
So they
happening.
had done it in places all over the country?
Yeah, they had accepted donations, like entrance fees and everything. So
Yeah,
you're
it's
supposed to
a-
show up
it's a-
at this day, this
it's a shame.
time.
Got no
this
permits,
run.
talked to no one. There was no
And they
intention
had
of
never
having.
planned to put it on anyhow.
No, it's just a sham, basically.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
So, anyway, that was the first time that's happened to us that we've known. Unfortunately, I believe it happens all over quite often, so they know better now than to come here. We found them out. Anyway, that's all I have.
Okay,
Oh, sorry, I forgot. June 19th, we're going to do an event at Children's Fountain, sometime between 10 and noon. That's all I got. We just decided this morning.
and, the significance in that is that the Children's Fountain was dedicated on June 21st.
Right. So it's the
of
1995.
So it's 20 years old. And the fundraising has been achieved, so what's
That's a good thing to celebrate. Yeah.
the good thing to celebrate. So you're going to celebrate a birthday, and then primarily to recognize the folks that all contributed the money to achieve that $250,000 goal. So that's the event.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Thanks.
Tell us the 31st. Is Rose Day the 30th or the 31st?
31st.
It's the 31st. It's on
Okay,
Sunday.
that's- okay.
It's 31st.
Yeah.
So that's,
Well, Rockfest is the 30th, right?
Yes, it is.
Anything else, Mark?
No, just on the, kind of looking at the calendar, I think Heidi's covered quite a bit of that. The Platte County Park Partners coming up a week from tomorrow. We talked a bit earlier, of course, about the employee breakfast and recognition Starlight Board meeting late in the day. And we talked earlier, too, if it fits your schedule, Blue Star Awards, Amber will attest to that, are well worth seeing at Starlight Theater. That's the high school version of the Tony Awards.
Yes, wonderful event.
Yeah.
Wonderful event, yeah.
And then, just myself, I'm going to be off a couple Fridays, the 15th and the 22nd. Those are
I'm sorry, we didn't accept that. I'm sorry.
I didn't accept, yeah.
Requested
Keeping check with my wife.
I didn't see that on the agenda.
Denied.
Let me look under here. See what's that. No, I didn't see it here.
Yeah.
I think also, Chris, did you want to say anything? You were signed up for public testimony. Did you want to make?
Commissioner, Director, I just wanted to say one thing. Thank you a lot. It's a very big gesture for my fiance and I to be able to have our story kind of in a place that's very close to us, meaningful to us, that was in your care. So thank you, Anna, Travis, Director. Couldn't be more pleased how the Parks Department treated us, how they listened. So wanted to praise the department. And it might seem small that you can allow private events in this area, but as you were saying,
No, trust me, I
Commissioner,
understand.
I represent one of a lot of people that have already talked a lot about, so are you going to get it? Are you going to get it? And they're like, we got it, and it's been the best press, boots on the ground in Northeast for you guys, so very pleased. Thank you.
We're counting on you to market us for wedding vows.
We will be very safe.
You're going to be the poster of the future weddings.
Well, we'll donate anything on behalf to help out. So,
We
thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. Hearing no other business, I will, anything else, Mark? Did you have-
Just one quick question. Forrest reminded me that the Mill Creek Board meet monthly or bi-monthly?
No, more
Quarterly.
quarterly.
They're the ones that
Yep.
oversee the endowment for Mill Creek
Say that
Park.
again for the microphone.
They meet quarterly, oversee the endowment, help maintain Mill Creek Park. Is that?
Yes, exactly.
And you've been going?
Right, I've been going for several years. Traditionally, we've had a commissioner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Commissioner Bryant was the last
That's right. I
representative.
remember. Yeah, that was, she
on
was the
that
last
board.
one that did, so anyway, that's something to think about.
Yeah, okay, great.
They've been asking if we're going to appoint another commissioner, so.
Yep, we'll get somebody else.
Thanks.
Very good.
Thanks, Forrest. That was
you.
it.
All right, thank you. All right, with that, meeting is adjourned. Thanks.